there, deep divers. Get this week, we're swimming in a sea of AI news.
Yeah,
Nobel Prizes, robot helpers, even our smartphones are getting a brainy upgrade.
it's true.
You've sent over a stack of articles on all of this, and
Yeah,
let me tell you, my brain is already buzzing.
it's true. From the very foundations of physics to the apps you use every day, AI is weaving itself into the fabric of our world.
Okay, so let's start with a bang, shall we? The Nobel Prizes.
Mm-hmm.
This year, AI snagged not one, but two of these prestigious awards. I mean, that's unheard of, right?
Yeah, it's it.
What I find fascinating is that one went to the field of physics.
Right. Okay.
Physics.
Yeah.
It's not the first place that pops into my head when I think of artificial intelligence.
It is surprising, isn't it? But when you look at the groundbreaking work of John J. Hopfield and Geoffrey E. Hinton on artificial neural networks, it makes more sense. The Nobel Committee recognized their research as fundamental not just to computer science, but to the very way we understand and explore the universe.
So these neural networks, they're kind of a big deal, huh?
Absolutely. Think of them as the building blocks of modern AI, paving the way for everything from the complex algorithms behind Google search to the conversational abilities of ChatGPT.
Hold on, hold on. I did see some chatter online about this award.
Okay.
Some folks were saying, hold up, is this really physics?
Right.
What's that all about?
It really speaks to how rapidly this field is evolving and blurring the lines we've drawn between scientific disciplines. Hopfield and Hinton's work may have its roots in physics, but its impact resonates most strongly in the world of computer science and, of course, artificial intelligence.
Which I guess makes this whole debate about the Nobel Prize even more interesting, right? Because it shows just how much AI is shaking things up. It's like we need a whole new category for this stuff.
I think that's a really insightful observation, and for you listening, it underscores just how deeply AI is intertwined with our lives. This isn't just happening in research labs anymore. AI is here, it's impacting everything, and these Nobel Prizes are a potent symbol of that reality.
Okay, so we've established that AI is a big deal, and these Nobel Prizes are like the official stamp of approval. But I have to admit, whenever someone says neural networks, my brain sort of glazes over. Can we rewind for a second and unpack what Hopfield and Hinton actually did? I'm
Yeah.
talking time machine back to the 80s kind of unpacking here.
You got it. Let's hop in our metaphorical DeLorean and journey back to the early 1980s when Hopfield and Hinton were hard at work. What they were doing was radically different, visionary even. They weren't just crunching numbers, they were trying to mimic the way the human brain learns and processes information.
Okay, now we're talking. So what did these early neural networks actually look like?
Picture this. A Hopfield network is like a bustling network of interconnected neurons, each capable of storing a piece of information. But here's the key. These neurons aren't working in isolation. They're constantly talking to each other, influencing each other, and strengthening their connections based on the information they receive. This ability to learn and adapt based on patterns is what makes Hopfield networks so powerful.
So it's not just about storing information, it's about understanding the relationships between those pieces of information, like seeing the bigger picture instead of just individual pixels, right?
Exactly. And this is where Hinton's work on Boltzmann machines takes things a step further. Imagine if, instead of just recognizing patterns, these networks could also generate new ones, almost like a composer coming up with a brand new melody.
Wait, so are you telling me those AI art generators we're seeing everywhere, the ones creating those crazy realistic images, are they using something similar to Boltzmann machines?
You got it. Boltzmann machines, with their ability to learn and then generate new data based on patterns, are the foundation for a whole range of AI applications today, from language models that power chatbots to those mind-bending AI art generators. It all traces back to these fundamental concepts.
Wow, okay. Mind officially blown. And here's something else that's blowing my mind. Didn't Hinton actually leave Google last year?
He did, yeah.
Something about speaking freely about the potential dangers of AI? It's not every day a Nobel Prize winner basically sounds the alarm about their own field.
It's true. And it's a testament to his integrity and foresight. It speaks volumes that while celebrating his groundbreaking achievements, he's also acutely aware of the ethical responsibilities that come with such powerful technology.
Okay, so that's one Nobel Prize down, and I'm already reeling a bit, but we're not done yet, are we?
But we are not.
AI also snagged the Nobel Prize in chemistry this year.
It did. And trust me, this one has the potential to revolutionize healthcare and so much more. This prize went to Demis Hassabis, John Jumper, and David Baker. Their work. They cracked the code on predicting and even creating proteins, using AI, of course.
Okay, before we dive into that, let's do a quick refresher.
Okay.
Proteins are the building blocks of life, right? They're what make our cells function, fight off diseases, all that good stuff.
Exactly. Proteins are absolutely essential for virtually every biological process, but figuring out their intricate 3D shapes has been a major challenge for scientists for decades. It was like trying to solve a complex 3D puzzle with millions of pieces, incredibly time-consuming and expensive.
So how did AI come into the picture? How did it change the game?
Well, imagine having a superpowered microscope that could not only see individual atoms, but also predict how they would fold and interact to form complex protein structures. That's essentially what DeepMind achieved with AlphaFold.
Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. So AlphaFold is like this AI maestro that can look at the raw ingredients of a protein and predict the final masterpiece it's going to become.
A perfect analogy. And the implications of this are staggering. We're talking about accelerating drug discovery, understanding diseases at a molecular level, and even engineering new sustainable materials, all thanks to AI's ability to decode the language of proteins.
All right, this is where my mind starts to race with possibilities. So we're not just talking about incremental improvements here. This sounds like a paradigm shift in fields like medicine, material science, even agriculture.
You're absolutely right.
Mm.
Let's take medicine as an example. Imagine being able to design drugs specifically targeted to interact with a particular protein involved in a disease process. That's personalized medicine taken to a whole new level. Or picture this, using AI to engineer crops that are more resistant to disease or can thrive in harsher climates, potentially addressing global food security challenges. This isn't science fiction. It's the kind of future this technology is unlocking.
Wow, okay. From the building blocks of life to shaping the future of humanity, these Nobel Prize-winning AI breakthroughs are truly something else.
And what's even more exciting is that we're just scratching the surface. There's so much more to uncover and explore.
Well, on that note of exciting advancements, let's shift gears a bit and talk about how AI is moving beyond the lab and into our everyday lives. Specifically, let's talk Apple. They just dropped some major news about their first wave of AI features hitting iPhones later this month.
Yes, October 28th is the date to mark on your calendars. Apple is touting the iPhone 16 as the first iPhone built for AI, which is a pretty bold statement.
Okay, I'll admit I'm equal parts intrigued and a tiny bit wary. Intrigued because, well, AI in my pocket sounds undeniably cool, but also a bit wary because, well, we've all seen those sci-fi movies where the machines take over.
Right.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
What are some of these AI features that we'll actually get to use? And more importantly, how will they actually improve our lives? Don't hold back. I want the nitty-gritty detail.
All right, let's start with cleanup in photos. Imagine this. You're scrolling through your camera roll, which, let's be honest, can sometimes feel like a black hole of memories and random screenshots. Now picture AI swooping in to clean up that mess.
Yeah.
This feature identifies duplicates, blurry shots, and even those screenshots you meant to delete ages ago, leaving your camera roll organized and, dare I say, enjoyable to browse.
Okay, see, that's the kind of practical AI application I can get behind.
Right.
My camera roll is extensive, to put it mildly. It's like an archaeological dig in there.
Yeah.
What else? Give me more.
How about AI-powered writing tools? Imagine being able to draft emails in seconds, effortlessly generating different variations of a text or summarizing lengthy documents with a simple tap. Think about the time you'd save, the writer's block you could overcome, all thanks to a little AI assistance.
Okay, that's both incredibly cool and a tad intimidating, right? I mean, on one hand, I can see how much easier this could make my life, but there's also a part of me that wonders, what happens to my own writing style, my voice? It's a strange mix of excitement and, wait, am I being replaced?
It's a valid concern, and it speaks to the broader questions we need to grapple with as AI becomes more integrated into our lives. But for now, these tools are being positioned as collaborators, augmenting our abilities rather than replacing them entirely.
That makes sense. So it's all about finding that balance, that sweet spot where AI enhances our capabilities without completely overshadowing them. Now, I have to ask, what about all those rumors about ChatGPT being integrated into the iPhone? Any truth to those?
Not just yet. Those more advanced features, like direct ChatGPT integration, are expected to roll out later, likely with the next iOS update. But the fact that Apple is framing the iPhone 16 as built for AI strongly suggests that this is just the tip of the iceberg. They're laying the groundwork for a future where AI is seamlessly woven into every aspect of the iPhone experience.
Which begs the question, what will future iPhones look like with AI as a core part of their DNA? And how will these advancements impact us, the users, in both positive and potentially challenging ways?
Those are questions worth pondering. And speaking of AI making its way into different aspects of our lives, let's talk about another interesting development this week. Uber's foray into the world of AI assistance.
Yeah, Uber, they're jumping into the AI game too. Tell me they're working on self-driving cars already.
Not quite self-driving cars yet,
Yeah.
but their latest move is definitely geared towards the future of transportation. They're launching an AI assistant specifically designed for Uber drivers navigating the increasingly complex world of electric vehicles.
Okay, that's actually brilliant. Think about it. Switching from a gas-powered car to an electric one comes with a whole new set of considerations. Where do I charge? What kind of range anxiety should I realistically have? What about government incentives for EVs?
Having an AI assistant that can answer those questions, provide real-time information about charging stations along your route,
Right.
even troubleshoot technical issues, it's like having a co-pilot specifically for the EV revolution.
That's a really great point. It's not just about making the technology, but also about helping people adapt to it, and it seems like Uber gets that. Okay, so we've got AI winning Nobel Prizes, revolutionizing how we interact with our phones, and even guiding us through the world of electric vehicles. Is there anything AI can't do?
Oh, there's one big one that everyone's talking about. Artificial General Intelligence, or AGI. The idea of a machine that can truly think and learn like a human across a wide range of tasks.
Ah, yes, AGI, the ultimate goal, the holy grail of AI. Every sci-fi movie seems to have an opinion about it. Where are we on that front? Are we close to having data from Star Trek hanging out in our living rooms?
Not quite yet. AGI is still firmly in the realm of science fiction. But, and this is a big but, we are seeing some fascinating advancements. For instance, this past week there was news about China developing a new AGI chip.
An AGI chip. Okay, that sounds straight out of a tech thriller. What can this chip actually do?
Don't worry, it's not going to create a sentient robot overnight. But it does represent a significant leap forward in processing power and, importantly, energy efficiency. This new chip is reportedly 1,000,000 times more energy efficient than its predecessor, which is crucial for making something as complex as AGI even remotely feasible.
Okay, I'm going to need you to break that down for me. Why is energy efficiency so important when we're talking about AGI?
Think of it this way. AGI, if we ever get there, would require a mind-boggling amount of computational power. We're talking about simulating the complexities of the human brain, which is already incredibly energy intensive. Without radical improvements in energy efficiency, we'd need to build power plants just to keep our AI running. So finding ways to make AI more energy efficient isn't just about saving on electricity bills, it's about making sure that AGI, if we ever get there, is sustainable and doesn't have unintended consequences for the planet.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But even if we could create AGI, should we? I mean, it's hard not to think about all the ethical questions surrounding something that powerful.
You're hitting on a critically important point. The pursuit of AGI isn't just a technical challenge. It's a profound philosophical and ethical one. As we venture into uncharted territory, we need to consider the potential benefits and risks with equal weight. We need to ask ourselves what kind of future we want to create with this technology.
And that brings us to another story that really caught my attention this week. One that definitely highlights the potential dark side of AI, even without AGI in the picture. Have you heard about this project from a Harvard student called IXRA?
Yes, IXRA is a stark reminder that even seemingly innocuous devices, like a pair of smart glasses, can be used in ways that raise serious privacy concerns.
It's straight out of a Black Mirror episode. The project essentially combines facial recognition software with publicly available information to identify someone and potentially expose their personal data, all through a quick glance.
It's a chilling example of how AI can be used for surveillance and potentially even manipulation. And it circles back to Geoffrey Hinton's warnings about the potential dangers of AI. While he's celebrated for his contributions to the field, he's also keenly aware of how this technology could be misused.
It's a sobering reminder that every technological leap, every advancement comes with its own set of ethical considerations. And as we've seen this week, the field of AI is no exception.
It's a delicate dance between pushing the boundaries of what's possible and ensuring that we use these powerful tools responsibly and ethically.
Which brings us back to you, our listeners. We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, from groundbreaking research to consumer tech to the ethical dilemmas at the heart of AI. So we'll leave you with this. As AI continues its rapid evolution, where do you see it impacting your life the most in the years to come? What excites you about this future with AI? What makes you pause? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep into the world around you.